All right, let's go. So I'm in a different setting today, and I only have about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna have to get to the point. Yeah, I'm not home, obviously, today. Hello, future me. Part 3 of The Artist Way. I just completed chapter 2, week 2, and we are in Berlin today. There is a jam session later that I've been going to once a week, and my voice is feeling a little bit weak today, so these are actually the first words that I've spoken, and I've got my tea. And I'm just going to take, after this, also a bit of a vocal rest for the afternoon. And yesterday I had a pretty good session, a recording session with a collaborating artist. And yeah, actually I have to check out in like 20 minutes. So this was kind of a rough week. And I just remember feeling like out of energy. I was feeling really rebellious with the morning pages, and some days like I only made it 1.5 pages or half a page even through, and there was a lot of like rebelliousness coming up in me of like, oh, I don't want to do it in the morning, maybe I should just go through my morning. And then sometimes I was doing them also in the early afternoon or throughout the day or piece by piece, which I think is not actually the point. So just want to notice that there's like this rebellious energy coming up. And if last week was all about shadow work, and even the point of this week, I have some notes, but I think I just want to speak freely actually. The whole point of this week is regaining a sense of self. And it was interesting to notice how I was in different environments where I really had to like and wanted to stand by my inner artist, and not in a defensive kind of way, but in a self-realization kind of way of recognizing that like this is within me and this is who I am. And I feel like I'm not shying away from the fact that I'm an artist, and I'm not shying away from or I'm not feeling this sense of like guilt or shame about expressing myself creatively. Oh my gosh. And my concert is on Monday in Chemnitz. I hope that everything is fine. I think I just need to, take a little bit of a rest. And also didn't sleep much the last couple of days. Yeah. Some interesting things that I found that were coming up this week were, I'm actually having a hard time talking today because I'm feeling pretty tired. I could definitely have used a couple more hours of sleep. And with the time change also, I kind of forgot about that. So I had one fewer hour of rest. And I noticed that whenever I'm like, part of my intention with this weekend, instead of going straight to Chemnitz on Monday, was to test out a little bit of how it would feel for me to go on tour. There's a part of me, I think this is a good topic, and then we'll just focus on this topic today. There's a part of me that's very resistant to the idea of going on tour. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm just like a creature of comforts, and that I really loved my own bed, and I love my routines, and I love to be able to drink tea all day and not have to worry about like if the bathroom is free, and or if there even is a bathroom, or if I can shower before a show, things like that. And I noticed that like all this logistical stuff, as far as like the comforts, there's some there's some resistance in me when it comes to wanting to tour in the future. And also energetically, like I'm just very curious to know how long I could actually go, how many shows I could do within a certain period of time, how many cities, how many, like what the right pace would be. And I know that starting off slow is good for me. And so this is a little test for me this weekend to see what it's like to have like a recording session and sleep in a different place, and then go to this jam after. Like I'll be outside basically all day, like in indoor places as well, but like I won't have a base, and I'll leave my things here for a few hours. But and how it'll feel then to go and make music in a collaborative way, in a collective way, and then sleep in a different place, like another different place, and then have my show, and then travel back after a show. So I packed way too much. I don't know why I brought so many outfits, but I definitely am. Yeah, and that's another thing is like planning and packing and figuring out how to, like, what's the right balance for me. So, um, yeah, so far, like, I just have to say that I'm learning about myself that I'm really not, like, I don't want to do, ooh, I don't mind traveling alone, but I definitely wouldn't want to go on tour by myself, even if I'm performing as a solo artist. Um, like the times where I've been with other people, like yesterday, meeting up with a friend, and just even riding the train together, or having somebody with me, I recognize that it makes all the difference, and I really wouldn't want to tour totally by myself. And mm, what was the other point? Yeah, and then in big cities, like I just recognize how sensitive I am. Really, like I just spent a while just crying on the trains yesterday, and recognizing that I'm really such a sensitive creature, and when I'm in like big, overwhelming, crowded places, um, it like really messes with my nervous system. So it wasn't always like that, but definitely it's become more like that over the years, and so I have to be cautious about big cities, about carrying too much. I'm glad that I chose these shoes, but even they're still a little bit new and still have to be broken in, so they're rubbing a little bit on my back. So little things like this, figuring out like how to make all these micro choices that are just for creating the right environment and circumstances to actually tour, aside from stage and set lists and all of that stuff. And check the time. I think I just have like 5 more minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay. So practicing touring. Um, yeah, it was a rough week, but I had some really good, like some good jams with myself and some songwriting experiences, which was really beautiful. Like I had it was kind of a sad week, honestly. Like it was a very like low energy kind of sad week, and I wasn't really feeling well, and um, I had to cancel a couple of things and postpone some things. So I'm appreciative of like my ability to recognize when I really need myself for me, and when I need to just like when it's okay to say okay, just drop everything and just be with myself. So I've become like better at practicing that. Um, what was the other thing? Oh, right. So I am rewriting the melodies and lyrics of a couple of songs while focusing on the arrangement of others that were recorded, which we're recording while releasing. Black Hearts is coming out next week, so I'm really looking forward to that. And just like the whole process, like I feel like I've gotten into this good flow where I'm in actually a really good flow right now of the songwriting, the arrangement, the composition, the revisions, the recording. I'm learning a lot about also how to express my preferences in the production phase, and I'm really thankful for Mia and Nouri, who I'm working with, uh, in as far as the production. Oh, I'm so tired. I just really, I haven't even got so much to say today. But I'm feeling a little better than last week. And better in the sense of I noticed there was just like a lot of like anger and rage and like coming up, and now it's a little bit more of like this quiet after the storm, and all of that build up. I was so glad that I cried yesterday because so much built up, so much was built up inside of me, and I was just like holding it in and expressing it through song. I also wrote some lyrics to a totally new song, but I wasn't really expressing it. And then yesterday, like, I just was crying, and it felt so good. So now I'm a little raw. Yeah, it makes also sense. It'll make sense. Okay. Um, Another thing, maybe even the last thing, and then it's enough for today. Um, what I noticed is that I'm still stuck in this. I had mentioned the rebelliousness before, but I'm stuck in this like model student archetype. Um, and I couldn't bring everything with me, so I didn't actually bring the Artist Way book with me. Um, I'll be back on Monday night, and then I'll just read on Tuesday instead of Sunday or Saturday, and even now it's Sunday, so the video is on time. But and the tasks, I got some of them done, so I would say there's a part of me that's like wanting to be this model student still, of like, I'm following my right schedule and I'm doing all my homework on time and I'm doing my best work. But actually, it's called like that archetype is calling out this rebellious archetype as well. So it's an interesting insight. Right, so I'm finding the balance between the model student and the rebellious child. Those are archetypes that came up this week. Okay, last thoughts. I don't really have anything else to say. That's enough for today. Maybe if I have some thoughts throughout the week, then I'll make another video, but I think it's okay like that. Okay. Goodbye, future self, and hello to the rest of this day. All right.